Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. I do appreciate you guys returning. Watch another video. As you can see here, we've got some nail polish on the screen this time. I'd seen another person on YouTube do a video similar to this, and I figured I'd like to try that. So I went to Walmart there and got some of the lower priced fingernail polish. I got two of each color. I got a purple color and a red color. And let's dive into how I took this picture. And as always, don't forget to get your favorite beverage there. Enjoy it while we go through this simple edit. We won't go into a whole lot of detail how I've done this picture. If you guys do wish me to do that, please leave a comment below and we'll go through a complete A through Z edit of this picture. I'm just going to try to hit the highlights and go through it as quickly as possible. As you can see here, I took about 50 pictures, something like that, 48, 50 pictures. A few of them I did do some duplicates and did some alternate edits of some of them. These are mostly just as they are out of the camera. I didn't go real fancy. All I had was a Canon 60D. I did have some studio soft boxes instead of some strip boxes. I haven't gotten strip boxes yet, so I use what I had. I did have some speed lights, but I had made a wireless trigger for my studio flashes because my tether cord had self-destructed and just crumbled and fell apart, and I thought to myself, you know, it'd be real nice to have the wireless remote option for this instead of having the cord in the way. You know, you're limited to about what, 10 foot, something like that. You know, not really much room to move around, do anything with. Still had to do the flash power manually, but you know, that's all right. I really wanted to have the freedom of not having a cord to get in the way and get tangled up, and you know, maybe some, you know, knock your camera over or something like that by accident. As you can see here, I started setting up for my shot. I had a plain black foam poster board behind you can get from Walmart or a dollar store or anything like that. I didn't have it square against the camera, against my surface here. I did have it tilted back about 25, 30 degrees back on one corner. I didn't want to have any chance of any light coming back from my flashes hitting straight on the card and bouncing back into the camera from lens flare. So I went ahead and did that. I did have a strip box, a light box on each side of this. This is like a 1x1 square black ceramic tile. Has a slight texture to it. It's one of them off ones that you can buy every now and then. Someone buys all of them, something like that, and one or two of them they don't get, like from Lowe's. Had a couple of dollars for it, nothing, no big fancy thing. Went to one of them old discount stores like Salvation Army or Goodwill. Found an old tripod someone had turned in there. An old tripod really wasn't good for anything. Got it for a couple of dollars. Took the head off of it and epoxied another little strip of tile on it. Probably about 2 foot wide, 2 inches wide and about 4 inches long. Made a pedestal to put this 1x1 black tile on. As you can see here on my settings I used for this, ISO was 100, 50mm lenses I had at f20 at 1/250th of a second. Took quite a few pictures here of this to get my lights fixed. I moved them in and out. I unplugged one, unplugged the other, move them up and down on height just to get the light the way I wanted it. Here you can see I went ahead and put the applicator on. Let's go ahead and brighten this up a little bit. You can see all the nice dirt and stuff that accumulated on my tile after I cleaned it off. I did take some acetone and a wipe and I cleaned this applicator off with. I wanted it cleaned off. You can see here I started setting up for my drip and even went ahead and put a little bit of polish on it. I was going to try to do this and let this fingernail polish dry and just get it really, really, really long. It didn't quite really work out that way. It got so far and it just wanted to fall off. So I figured we just try to go for a live drip, for an in-camera drip. I did use some hot glue, and I did hot glue these two down on the tile after I got everything the way I wanted it. I did put a small little bit of hot glue here on the lid. You can barely see it right there. Is the little dab of hot glue. I didn't Photoshop that out. Like I said, this is my first time doing it this way just to see if I could do it. You know, there's some things that can be changed or edited. I do wipe everything down with acetone, but you know, I guess you know, black loves dirt and it attracts it like a magnet. So, but we can take care of this in Photoshop. We went through and took quite a few pictures of this. I did have a handheld speed light. I did take my wireless flash adapter off, and I did use my camera in slave mode and use its onboard flash to trigger the speed light. I didn't use this picture. I just didn't use it. I don't know why I didn't use it. It's a nice picture. It's got the logos real good and lettering real good. We may go back into and re-edit this picture just for the fun of it and use this picture. But as of right now, I didn't do that. But you can see through, I just scrolled through my timeline. You can see all the pictures I did take. Here it is right here where I did get the speed light down real close and took a picture of it, really blowed everything out a little bit. I was trying to highlight this drip and stuff, and I finally went through and settled on two pictures I used for my final edit. Let's go through and we'll pull them up. Was this one and this one was what I used for my final edit. You can see they're a little crooked. My kitchen floor, it's not, you know, you walk on it and want to move a certain way, it moves with you. It's an old house, but I did do a photo merge on these. I could have done it as a layers in Photoshop, but I said, you know, let's try a photo merge. I like to do photo merges, and let's just do a photo merge. And after I straightened and cropped the picture, this is what I come up with on the photo merge. It's still loading there. I do apologize for the lag. I'm getting ready to do a CPU upgrade on this computer. It's an older computer. It's a dual core. I'm getting ready to put a 6-core processor in it. Now this is what it come up with when it did the photo merge by itself. You know, I didn't do any changing to the settings besides my lens profile corrections. The only thing I've done. I really wanted. I did do a highlights adjustment just because I really wanted to bring out this information for when I did go into Photoshop, make it easier for me to mask out. Of course, I got done the same thing in Photoshop, but I like to do a lot of things in Lightroom that I can, but there's some things you have to do in Photoshop. So here is the picture that I done in Photoshop as it come out, you know, from Photoshop. So this is the finished picture that I did in Photoshop. But let's jump into Photoshop and we can see how I done this picture. Here is the completed picture that I done in Photoshop. Let's disable some of this stuff so you can see what I done. This is the original picture. Of course, this here I increased the canvas by just pulling the crop out. I just did the crop and just pulled it out about halfway past the bottle on each side. And I did put a solid color layer in the middle. And once you have your layer mask fixed the way you want it, and you invert your mask and then hit your apply button on your, it automatically will fill everything, blow it in black. I can go through and change this color, but it won't change everything on this picture, because the only thing I did keep on this picture originally was this reflection. You can see here is the original reflection on it as it was from Lightroom. Then I took it from camera. You can see here the little texture on my tile a little bit, of course dust, and of course you didn't see this when I took the picture originally when where I hot glued these down. That's the little streams and stuff, and like I said, black likes dust like a magnet, so it's just what sucked out of the air, I guess, and decided to get it on my black tile. But that's the reason why I also went ahead and decided just to go ahead and replace the black. So after I went ahead and enabled the black, you can see here the final picture. I didn't do any layers adjustment or nothing from this. This is what it come up with when I applied my crop and then went to black. We can jump back over into Lightroom. Once again, here is that same picture that come from Photoshop. I did make a virtual copy of this picture. I didn't like how this top part done. You know, as like I said before, we did have this picture here that shows that a little bit. And of course it just showed this labeling a little better. But I didn't use it. Like I said before, I just didn't use it. Just really totally forgot about it and just went on by it. But I didn't like how this color cast here. This is the red from the bottom of the fingernail polish. And I didn't like how it did this. So I made a virtual copy on it. I could have went through and corrected that and repainted it and redone it. But what I did over here, I just made a virtual copy. And I did a simple gradient from the top down. You can see here's my gradient that I pulled down. I can highlight over it to show you my gradient mask that it did show. I did do this 2.86 plus side on the exposure to get this gradient. Real nice, simple, quick little edit. And I'm done. Only other thing I did do, I did change this right here on the label. It's a little bit on the dingy side, I thought, but of course that's just the way the color of the nail polish was too. Here is my edits on it. I went through here and just applied a custom brush on here and did a plus 22 on contrast and a plus 38 on shadows. Then I went ahead and I just duplicated that and I moved it over a little bit. So I can move it a little bit more and you can see the it will change whatever. You can see the slight change that it made. So I popped it over here just a little bit, just to brighten up this one little side a little bit. And that's really the only thing I've done to this picture. You know, it took me longer to take the picture than it did for my edit that I done. So I would probably print this out and hang on the wall. You know, who would thought that nail polish could be art? And of course, here it is. It's not something you really see every day. I did think it was an unusual picture. I thought I did pretty good for my first attempt at doing this. Only other product photography that I did do was a floating berry and a little fluke glass with easy water. And I poured, which I may do a video on it and redo that picture. And of course, I may even redo this video too, and maybe try to do two drips, like have a red drip and this purple drip, you know, like maybe side by side or one behind the other, or maybe you can go up and like maybe do a stair step, have one above the other, dripping off into the other bottle or something like that. Because I got two of each color of this. I got two purple and two red. And then again, I may not even do that way. I may just do it again, either set up purple or red, or do one of each and do some light painting behind here. Use my cell phone as a light source and do like maybe a 4-second exposure or something and do some light painting behind here as a background, like maybe pick a purple or a red or something like that. Or even do one of each color and do like a, keep with the X theme here and do like an X or something and have them cross over each other. I think that would probably be an awesome picture. It might be a future video there, or re-edit or something. You know, like do a purple X and then have a red X, have part of it crossing over the purple. That would probably be very unusual and, you know, probably rather nice. But of course, you know, as of always, thanks for watching. If you guys do want to see this complete edit, I mean all the steps A through Z, do leave a comment below. I will be glad to go through it and then do that. I really wanted this to be a short and sweet video. I didn't want it to take up too much time. If you do see me out somewhere, come up and say hi. I will speak to you. As always, if you leave a comment, I will respond. If you have anything you'd wish to see on the channel, leave it in the comments. You know, I can do a challenge or whatever you guys think you want to do there. This was a spur of the moment thing. I just, you know, hit me all of a sudden, hey, let's do this. And I was at Walmart there and walked down the makeup aisle and seen this. And yep, it was late one night there. I was just bored out walking around and figured, hey, what the heck? Let's go grab some makeup. So, but this is my finished product out here. And as always, thanks for watching the channel. If you so wish, do like and subscribe. And have a wonderful evening.